Alright, today we're having a look at Rising Skies by Dermian. Alright, so here we are in Rising Skies by Dermian, and this one's been on my list for quite a while wanting to get a look at, way back from roughly 50 minutes fresh days, so nice that we finally had a chance here. What's going on over that way? No? Okay, fair enough. Tells us it's a short and artistic grappling hook level. Don't see any grappling hooks yet. I just kind of guessed that we were supposed to grab there, and it turned out to be correct. A lot of the, I like the colors so far, but it does feel a little bit washed out and faded. Making some of the things, like the grabbable parts, a little bit obscure. But I'm sure that's going to be okay as we move on. I always like a nice grappler. Tap O. Did I need to tap? Or just press? Because tapping and pressing are not necessarily the same thing. Oh, okay, so that is grabbable. Fair enough. It's a bit hard to discern that color, to be honest. Against the gray. But I'm liking it. It seems nice enough so far. Not super fast moving. But that is perfectly okay because my brain is not super fast moving. It is 4:39 in the morning. Oh, that's cute. I like that a lot. A little spooky touch for the Halloween season. Because it is the 28th of... Hello? I don't really know what happened there. It is the 28th of October. That means that we are still in Halloween country. And I hope that you are enjoying your Halloween as it is. And I'm enjoying this level as it is, so we're all pretty good there. I guess we did want to do that. I like the wobble in that. That was not what I wanted to do. I like the wobble in that block. So that's being affected by the wind. It's not just like static in space. But yeah, I think this is a pretty solid one. It is nice to have levels that are just solid levels without any major malfunctions in them. Oh, there's a button over there. I didn't see it because of the score bobber. The score dealy. That's fine. Not entirely the level's fault. I could see that being easily missable. Oh, wow. Just under 3 minutes. That was pretty cool. We're going to talk about it back to the hub. See you there. See yas. And we're back. And Rising Skies by Dermian. And I'd say it's a really solid on yellow square level. It's a really, really good level. I enjoyed this one an awful lot. But I don't really think it stretches quite enough to get up into green circle territory. And there are some minor issues that we are going to be talking about. But overall and all in all, I think it's a really good one. And I can recommend it heartily to anybody who's watching the video to play. Now, as we saw in the gameplay footage, it's a pretty straightforward grappling hook platformer. It hits a number of the points that we do see in other platformers of this type. For example, that hazard that always seems to come up where you're thrown up into the air and you've got to grab onto a rotating bit so that you don't fly into spikes. We saw that a little while back in Stalked It by Night. It does seem to be a fairly standard type of hazard for grappling hook levels, and I'm glad for once that I was actually familiar enough with it to remember it and not get killed by it on the first time through, so that was kind of cool. Now, I really enjoyed the way that the wind was playing with the environment. Not quite as much in that early section where the wind is blowing us up. I always have trouble judging exactly how far we're going to go, and sometimes end up falling to my death. Not this time for once, which is kind of nice. But, for example, there's a bit where you've got to climb over. There's a movable block that's going to throw you into spikes, and then a later movable block that's going to put, spikes into you, push up spikes into you, and how they're both manipulated by the wind, and I thought that was really, really nice. That was a really cool section. The issues that I had with the level are, there's two of them. One is the basic pacing of the level. I think that the gameplay itself is paced fairly well, but the particular music that they choose for this level, and it's got this very slow, this very languid pace that I don't think meshes well with the action that's going on, and I don't think meshes very well with the actual grappling hook. I find grappling hook levels do tend to be a bit more fast-paced, a bit quicker. So this felt, it made it feel a lot slower than I think it actually was. I think a different musical choice might have been a better pick for that. The other issue that I had was a slight one in presentation. That while I think that the shaping of the level and the materials that were used in the level and the decorations that were used in the level were all really quite good, and I do think that it hit a nice balance of decoration. I thought that was pretty well done. The problem is that with the lighting of the level, the slight foggy blurriness in the foreground of the level, and the similarity in colors in the different materials, and it did give it a really washed out feeling. Faded out, I guess might be a better way to put it, and generally that didn't really affect the gameplay, but when we were dealing with climbable bits, and we noticed that in the beginning of the video, the gameplay video, that I couldn't actually see what I was supposed to be climbing on, because it just kind of blended into everything else. So while I like all those materials individually, a little bit more contrast might have been good to make things a bit more visually distinct. Still, all in all and overall, I had a lot of fun with Rising Skies. I think it's a great level, and just a bit of polish really would bring it up to Green Circle territory. Dermian, you did a great job. I appreciate the effort that's gone in this level, and I look forward to playing other levels by you in the future. But I think that pretty much does it for us this go about. So for me, Disco, here in Osaka, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.